Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. If you've never been here before, my name is Trent and I appreciate you coming to watch this video. If you have been here before, I appreciate you coming back. Today we're going to do a broadhead test on what I consider to be a very innovative, we'll say different. I don't know if it's innovative, but it's definitely different. It's the Crown by Thorn Archery. And if you're not familiar with this broadhead, it is a sight to behold. It is definitely different than anything I've ever seen. The Crown has 4 different blades in a helical pattern going up the ferrule. The bottom blade here is 1 inch, then it's 7/8, then it's 3/4, then it's 5/8. It's got a 775 aircraft grade aluminum ferrule. It's got a titanium screw-in tip. The blades are 420 stainless steel. They are 0.040 inches thick. So they're fairly thick blades, definitely more than standard. I've seen some wound channels from this broadhead or entry and exit holes, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed. They look nasty. My biggest concern though is durability. You've got a lot of slots in that aluminum ferrule, not as much as with a mechanical per se, but I'm really more worried about the blade durability. Those blades are not very stout despite being thick. They're not real big blades. If you've never been here before, the way I do a fixed blade test, and I consider this a fixed blade because there are no moving parts, is I shoot it as far as I can in my yard. It's 37 yards to see what kind of accuracy I have out of it. I do a sharpness test, and for this broadhead I'll probably just test the bottom blade, the 1 inch cutting diameter, and I actually have a device that can detect sharpness. I do a ballistics gel test so I can see what kind of wound channel I'm getting, and then I shoot it into what's going to be 1/2 inch thick wooden fence slats for durability. Quick caveat to this accuracy test. I'm currently in between bows right now. I'm borrowing a buddy's. Fortunately, we're both the same draw length, so I can shoot it fairly accurately, but I've not spent a lot of time behind this bow, and I'm also using my arrows, not the arrows with his bow, so tuning's not the best. What I'm really looking for here is I'm looking to make sure that there's not any weird arrow flight when I'm shooting this broadhead. I'm not getting any weird arrow tail whips or anything like that. I'm going to do my best to shoot and see how close the field point and broadhead are next to each other. That was very low and to the left. I'm pretty sure those arrows just smacked each other. Let's go check it out. The arrows didn't smack each other, but for an untuned bow and an unfamiliar bow, 1.5 inch gap, yeah, I'd say that broadhead's pretty accurate. Out of the package sharpness for the Thorn Broadhead. The mark for me with the broadhead out of the package is 150. If they can hit that 150 or better mark, in my opinion, it's a good sharp broadhead. I'm going to use the biggest blade back here, and I got to make sure I don't touch anywhere else on the scale. 125. I'd say that is a plenty sharp broadhead. That's really impressive. Here's the wound channel from the Crown. And you see how that looks? It's got that weird wavy thing going on. That's from all the different cuts. I mean, that made a mess. The wound channel from that would be ridiculous. Alrighty, so that was the Thorn for durability. And I don't know if we can get it to focus there. You can kind of see it. Blew through the front board, left all the cut wounds, blew out the backside, and the broadhead is unscathed by my standards. I don't even see any like dimples or chinks in the blade. So I'd say it survived that pretty dang well. So what do I think of the Thorn? Woo! Before I try to stab myself in the face, I think it's actually a pretty good broadhead. I'm honestly impressed. The accuracy surprised me a little bit with all these blades. But 1.5 inch and a bow I'm unfamiliar with and a not really tuned setup, 1.5 inch between field point and broadhead, I'm happy with that. The sharpness test, it was a 125 out of the 150 I shoot for. No complaints there either. Through the ballistic gel, it showed a really strong wound channel, just not a big one, and that's to be expected. The largest cutting diameter is 1 inch. But because of all those cuts, it'll probably be pretty tough for that wound channel to close up. And durability is where it really impressed me though. I expected chinks in the blades, maybe a little bit of bending on the tip, even maybe a bent ferrule, and this broadhead showed none of that. I will probably try to shoot something with one of these broadheads this year, just because it's a cool design, and I'd label it as innovative. You know, I view innovative as a positive thing when it changes, and this definitely fits that criteria to me. When you guys watch my channel, if you like these videos, subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing with your friends is really helpful to me, and it helps grow this channel, and that means a lot. Also, if you want to try these out for yourself, or any of the broadheads that I review, I put links in the description. Most of the time they're affiliate links, and all that means is I get a small commission if you decide to purchase through that link. It helps grows the channel, and it costs you absolutely nothing extra. But doing those things really helps me grow. And this is my dream. This is what I really want to do for a living. So you're helping me achieve that. And of course, thank you if you decided to help me in those ways. I think that's all for this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you drop them below. I'm happy to answer anything I can. If you have any suggestions for new broadheads to test, drop them below. I'm always looking for something to test and have fun with. I'll catch you on the next video, guys. Peace.